Hello and welcome back to Introverted Excellence, or as we like to call it, Intro X. Are you ready to discover the secret to a perfect first date with an introvert? Because today we're going to reveal 10 unforgettable first date ideas that will capture the heart of any introvert. So say goodbye to awkward silences and hello to a connection that goes beyond small talk. First, let's understand who an introvert is. They're the reflective, quiet types who prefer a cozy evening at home to a loud, bustling night out. Now, don't mistake their quiet demeanor for disinterest or aloofness. Introverts have a rich inner life and they deeply value meaningful and genuine connections. Knowing these traits are crucial to planning a successful first date that would leave a lasting impression. Why? Because a date that respects their character and interests will always stand out, and who doesn't want that? So whether you're an extrovert, ambivert, or a fellow introvert, understanding the introverted personality could be your secret weapon to a memorable and successful first date. Now here goes the list. Starting at number 10, we recommend choosing a quiet venue. Why, you may ask? Well, introverts are often more sensitive to external stimuli. They thrive in environments where they can focus on one-on-one interactions without the added pressure of a bustling background. A quiet venue provides just that, a calm, serene atmosphere where meaningful conversations can unfold naturally. Consider places like a tranquil park, a cozy coffee shop, or even an art gallery. These are places where you can truly connect, free from the distractions of loud music, chattering crowds, or intrusive interruptions. Choosing a quiet venue isn't about avoiding fun or excitement. It's about creating a space where your introverted date can feel comfortable expressing themselves. It's about respecting their preferences and showing them you've thoughtfully considered their comfort. Remember, a peaceful environment sets the stage for a successful date with an introvert. Our 9th tip is to plan activities introverts enjoy. Now, you might be wondering, what are those activities? Well, introverts are generally drawn to calm, not overly stimulating environments. They often appreciate activities that allow for deep thought, creativity, or concentration. So think along the lines of a visit to an art museum, a hike in a serene natural setting, or even a cozy coffee shop with a relaxed atmosphere. You could also consider activities that allow for comfortable silence, like stargazing or watching a thought-provoking film. The key here is not to force conversation, but to provide an environment where it can naturally occur when your introverted date is ready. Remember, it's not about impressing them with grand gestures, but showing that you understand and respect their preferences. It's about creating a shared experience that they'll find enjoyable and remember fondly. So the next time you're planning a date, keep in mind, introverts will appreciate the thoughtfulness of planning activities they enjoy. 8th on our list is a universal dating tip, but particularly important when dating an introvert. Be a good listener. Introverts tend to be reflective and thoughtful, and they deeply value being heard. They often have rich inner worlds, and when they choose to share their thoughts, it's crucial to tune in and engage. So, how do you show active listening? It's more than just being silent while the other person talks. Show genuine interest in what they're saying, nod, respond appropriately, and ask insightful follow-up questions. This shows them that you're not just hearing the words, but you're really absorbing their thoughts. Avoid interrupting or finishing their sentences. This could make them feel rushed or dismissed. Instead, let them take their time to express themselves fully. Try to understand their perspective, even if it differs from yours. Remember, the key to connecting with an introvert lies in understanding and valuing their unique worldview. Showing genuine interest in their thoughts and feelings will make an introvert feel valued and understood. And our 7th tip is to avoid large groups on your first date. Now, why is this important? Well, introverts typically thrive in one-on-one interactions. Large groups can sometimes feel overwhelming, making it harder for them to engage and express themselves. In the hustle and bustle of a crowd, their thoughts and feelings might get drowned out. Instead, aim for a setting that promotes intimate conversations. This doesn't mean you have to isolate yourselves on a deserted island. A quiet coffee shop, a peaceful park, or a serene art gallery can work wonders. Here the focus is on the two of you, allowing for a deeper connection to form. Remember, the idea is to create an environment where your date feels at ease, where they can be themselves without the pressure of social expectations. This way you're not only respecting their comfort zone, but also giving them the space to open up and connect on their terms. Keeping the first date intimate will help your introverted date open up and feel comfortable. Coming in at number 6 is showing patience. When dating an introvert, this virtue is more than just a nice to have. It's essential. It's like making a souffle. Rush it and it will fall flat, but give it time and it will rise beautifully. Introverts often take longer to open up and share their inner world. This is not because they are uninterested or distant, but because they value authenticity and depth in their relationships. If you try to rush intimacy or force them to socialize more than they're comfortable with, you run the risk of pushing them away. Instead, take your time. Let the relationship progress at a pace that feels natural and comfortable for both of you. Show them that you are willing to wait for them, to give them the space they need to feel safe and secure. This patience will not only show them that you respect their needs, but also that you genuinely care about them. Remember, good things come to those who wait. Our fifth tip is to give them space. Now, this doesn't mean you should be distant or aloof. Rather, it's about acknowledging and respecting introverts' need for personal space and alone time. Introverts recharge their energy by spending time alone, and it's essential to understand this. Think of it like this. Just as a car needs to refuel after a long journey, introverts need to recharge after social interactions. So if your introverted date seems to pull away a bit after a while, don't take it personally, that they're just refueling. It's also important to remember that giving space isn't about physical distance alone. It's also about mental and emotional space. Avoid bombarding them with too many questions or overwhelming them with too much information at once. Let conversations flow naturally, giving them time to process and respond. In essence, respecting their space shows that you understand and care about their needs. It's a sign of respect and will make your introverted date feel comfortable and appreciated. The fourth tip on our list is to keep conversations meaningful. You see, introverts are deep thinkers. They thrive on connections that are more than just surface level. They crave the kind of dialogue that delves into the heart of matters, that unravels the mysteries of the universe, and that explores the intricacies of the human experience. Small talk, on the other hand, often feels shallow and unfulfilling to them. They're not interested in idle chatter about the weather or the latest celebrity gossip. They want to know what makes you tick, what you're passionate about, and what your dreams are. They want to discuss ideas, not people or events, so steer clear of trivial matters. Instead, dive into topics that are close to your heart. Discuss your ambitions, your fears, your hopes, and your dreams. Engage them with your thoughts and insights. Engaging in meaningful conversations will help create a deeper connection with your introverted date. The third on our list is to plan the date in advance. This might seem like a no-brainer, but it's particularly crucial when dating an introvert. Introverts by nature are thoughtful and prefer to have a clear idea of what's ahead. They like to mentally prepare for social interactions, reflecting on possible topics of conversation and the overall flow of the event. So, how do you properly plan a date with an introvert? Start by deciding on the venue and the activities way before the date. Share these details with your introverted partner to give them enough time to prepare mentally. It's also a good idea to have a clear timeline, but don't make it too rigid. Leave room for spontaneity while ensuring there's a general structure to follow. Remember, the goal isn't to control every moment, but to create a comfortable environment where your introverted date can thrive. Planning ahead shows consideration and respect for your introverted date's comfort and preferences. Coming in at number 2 is respecting their boundaries. This is a crucial point that cannot be overstressed. Introverts, like everyone else, have boundaries. These can be physical, such as appreciating personal space, or emotional, like not wanting to discuss certain topics. Understanding and respecting these boundaries is paramount to making an introvert feel comfortable and secure. Remember, it's not about changing who they are or pushing them out of their comfort zone. It's about understanding that their boundaries are a part of who they are. It's about making them feel seen and heard without making them feel overwhelmed or encroached upon. This respect can be shown in various ways. It can be as simple as not insisting on a hug if they're not comfortable with it, or as complex as understanding their need for solitude after a long day. In essence, it's about seeing the world from their perspective and respecting their individual needs and preferences. Respecting boundaries is key to making an introvert feel safe and comfortable. And finally, our number 1 tip for a successful first date with an introvert is to be genuine. Authenticity is the key to winning over an introvert's heart. Introverts are typically attentive listeners and keen observers. They can easily spot any hint of pretense or falseness. So when you're with an introvert, it's important to be you, just you, the real you. Not the you that you think they want to see, not the you that you think will impress them, but the you that you are, warts and all. Honesty and sincerity are traits that introverts greatly value. So be open, be honest, and be real. Share your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams, your fears. Let them see the real you, and they'll appreciate your courage and your authenticity. Remember, introverts are not looking for the flashiest, the loudest, or the most outgoing. They're looking for someone genuine, someone real, someone they can trust. Being genuine and authentic will help build trust and a strong connection with your introverted date. So there you have it, the top 10 ideas for a first date with an introvert. From choosing a quiet venue that reduces the sensory overload, planning activities that they enjoy, to being a good listener, every tip carries its own weight. Avoiding large groups and showing patience can significantly enhance the comfort level of your introverted date. Giving them space, keeping conversations meaningful, and planning the date in advance all demonstrate your understanding of their needs. Moreover, respecting their boundaries is crucial. It's about creating a safe environment where they can express themselves freely. And finally, being genuine, because nothing charms an introvert more than authenticity. Each of these strategies is a stepping stone towards building a strong connection. Whether you're an extrovert, ambivert, or an introvert yourself, these ideas can guide you towards a fulfilling first date. Remember, understanding and respecting an introvert's preferences will go a long way in making your first date a success. If you found this helpful, please comment, like, share, and subscribe.